Previous video we have seen what is the graphical representation. Let us recall it. So in the graphical representation we have wrote that in a graphical representation a state is a represent of a Q. So here in the graphical representation the state is written as small q, where we have seen in the example where the number of states are denoted by q0, q1 and q2. So in this graphical representation a single circle is represented as a begin state and the double circle is called as a final state. In this example q0 and q1 are a normal and q0 is the initial and the q1 is the in middle state and q2 is circle doubled, so it is called as a final state. Here we have seen what is the finite automata and its sets in the previous class, that those are q, epsilon and delta. So we have written what is q are nothing but number of states we have written, and the delta is written each state having like which state is going to the next state. Also it's the representative grammar. From the above example we are going to write some more states which are going from which are divided, like which are moving from one state to the another state. So here we write one more state called q0, q1 comma b, where q1 comma b is going to the q2, so we write here as q2. So as of like by seeing the diagram we are gonna fill which state is moving to the next state. Here q1 from q1 to q0 a is moving, in between them a is moving, and then delta q2 comma a, here from q2 to q2 I mean self loop has been done in the example, so from the q2 to q2 the a is also going, so we write it as in this way. Also the next one delta q2 comma b, where here from q2 to q1 b is moving, so in this diagram we see that q2 to q1 b is moving. So here all the transition states and the production. So at last we write final state as q2. We know that f is a final state, so f is written as q2 where it has a double circled. So in the we'll discuss something new called tabular representation. So we know that finite automata is divided into two classifications. First one we have seen the graphical representation. Now the second one is the table representation. In the table representation, let us write some theory to understand us somewhat quickly. So the table representation format is a state is represented by the name of the state. Here we write every, like in the previous we have seen the set of finite automata is written in the divisions. Now we are gonna see here as a table which has a name on it. So we write in tabular format a state is represented by the name of state. Here in the tabular format a state is represented by the name of the state. So here it is different, like in the graphical representation we have seen that if a begin state is written then only a single circle is drawn. If a final state is represented and we write it as double circle. So in this the representation is different, so we write it as like